really difficult environment. That's how it's like set up. And I wanted to do software, but I didn't want to do big sales cycles and all that kind of stuff. And I think the most interesting thing for me before that I got involved with Second Life was the idea of open source software.
Yeah.
It just kind of blew my mind, and you can kind of see that that is a revolution in terms of how people work together, in terms of how you build a business, and all this kind of stuff. And effectively what it does is it just shatters big companies. Because now people can work, kind of dip in, dip out of small things all over the world. It's like
absolutely.
Kind of
and then they're invested in it, so it's kind of a sentimental thing for them.
There's no
they become loyal.
Corporate bullshit. It's like, we had a joke in California. It'd be like, which software companies are going to go out of business? Well, the ones with the mahogany board.
Right. Yeah.
And you'd walk into companies and they'd have like 25-year-old guys that say, "Oh yeah, let's go have a meeting." You sit down and you're like, mahogany. You can really sure because you guys will be out of business really soon.
Well, that's funny because Amazon has the headquarters in Seattle. I worked with them for a while, and their desks were like literally, one of those teak doors
on
little, stands like that, and that was the desk.
We couldn't find them, but we had a. Those were like heel legs.
You'll have to import them. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. So like when you see open source, it's such an amazing thing because it just people just make what they need. Right, and Microsoft makes what they try to shove down your throat. So
exactly.
Like PowerPoint is like this bloated, stupid, idiotic program that's like doesn't freaking work anymore, and you have to buy like a computer that like is the most complicated freaking computer ever to make a slide that you could make 20 years ago on like with a pen.
Yeah.
So like the whole thing's out of whack. So when you look at open source, it's like, well, fuck, people aren't getting paid. They're focused on something they need, and actually the software is smaller. It works better. It's more iterative. Like, God, this is what I want.
It would be like heaven.
And then we got involved in Second Life because someone said, "Yeah, this is a virtual world, so I'm going to do this." It can't work. What are you talking about? Like,
did you go in like a noob? Did you go in as a noob and look like like with a white T-shirt and jeans?
Like in 2006, I got in there. I was like, "What is going on?" Like, I'll meet you in the world. I was like, "What's wrong with you people?" Actually, the guys that got me into this, they had this company, Language Lab.
Oh yeah. I know them. Yeah.
And I think he was like 100th person to have an avatar.
Oh my god.
We knew all the original avatar guys. It was fun, and that was totally around like snow crash, hackers, all this kind of stuff. It was really cool. And then they open sourced the viewer. Like, oh, that's such a crazy and Mitch Caper and Roadkill.
I know they were all the hardcore betas, testers, and everything. They were from 2003.
We used to know that we were interacting, and we were talking to them, and I was like, wow, okay, open source, virtual world. Like, how much is getting better than that? And then, that was Second Life went a different direction, but open source is still.
It's still there. Yeah.
And then we saw OpenSim come along. We were like, okay, finally, this is the jump we want to make. And it really less to do with London Lab because it was kind of weird. But we wanted to stay with open source. We didn't want to be trapped in a closed system.
Did you try who did the first one? Was Sake Open Life? Open Life? I went off and went mad on that and just thought, my God, look at all the things you can do in here that you can't do in Second Life. And then I don't know what happened to them.
Because I was on Open Life about it.
Yes,
it gave up because there's just too many bugs.
And
that was
always
complicated stuff. I mean, Open has been great. We work with the original writer of Open, and Justin, some other guy. And
Justin's cool, isn't he? He's such a nice guy.
But it's like, when you look at the software and you can deal with the database, you can actually work with the stuff. That's what we want to do. We're not programmers per se. We want to get inside this stuff. Understand how it works. But we did some pretty cool stuff with Heritage Key. We linked it to Drupal. We built integration around it. We've actually written 2 patents.
That's so over my head. I don't know what Drupal is.
The web stuff. The web stuff.
The web stuff. Back end.
We've now linked it. Which is great, and it starts to create that seamless experience. So when you're a user, you click a button, something happens. You have to go open up the mail.
That's the good stuff. That's a good thing, isn't it? It's easier for the user. Well, I'm really excited about that because I think that's got a lot more possibilities in some ways than other.
I think the virtual world, and we write about this a lot and argue about it a lot. But the thing is that the technology is one thing, and the way people use it is really another thing.
Yeah.
And the virtual world technology guys are really kind of focusing on this world and persistent all this kind of crap. And the users want something different. And like it's just separating in space.
Yeah.
And you know, I still think that the virtual worlds are a technology looking for a use case, and there are a bunch of users looking for technology. It's like everyone's trying to figure this out. And I think Unity is one of the first things that we've seen that starts to address what people want to do.
But it gives you the ability to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, but I think about it, all of us, we've been using Second Life for a long time, so we're all quite up on everything, aren't we?
Yeah, and then we're pretty far out, you know, because I think most people don't give a shit. Like, I don't know, like using whatever Grand Theft Auto in work.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
No idea the difference.
Unity, you can get on the Wii now, and you can do all this stuff, and I'm so excited.
But
we're going to have Slimmie's Wii World.
Slimmie's Wii World. 3 years from now, none of this is going to matter because it'll just be.
Might be something completely
do all this
different.
stuff.
Yeah.
The computer will just do all this stuff. You know, all of the stuff we're dealing with now is just because the computer doesn't do it natively. You got to go through all these hoops and do all this stuff. The computer doesn't just do it.
No, you know what I want to see is I want to have the one where you can actually get the hologram of the person or the avatar actually, you know, on your desk, or you know, sort of onto a stage or something like that. That's what I'm waiting for. That's going to be.
Does the gorillas do that? They don't even show up to their own concerts. They just have projectors.
Yeah, and I think the gorillas did it too.
Some of the flat surface tablets work on that thing, don't they, as well?
I want to go and see how that works.
Fusion.
What, they do that?
Yeah, it's like there's 2 ways they do it. They either project mist.
Yeah.
Or they have a kind of a black mesh, like a cloth or something, and they throw these projections up. And if you're in front of it, you know, the person can move on the camera like a fairly narrow space.
Yeah, and it gives you that.
It gives you the sense of really crazy. That's what the gorillas.
That's cool.
That company's in.
That's really cool.
Is it really?
Yeah, they have a room that's a very narrow room.
Just imagine doing that with your avatar and projecting it onto a stage.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool for a concert, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Really cool. God, I'm so glad I got to my lab to figure out how that works. I just want to do it.
Yeah, I want to do it now. Code it, someone.